Calculation of mass. Find the mass of a plate in the shape of the curve x over a power 2 by 3 plus y over b power 2 by 3 equal to 1 when the density is given by rho equal to mu xy. So density is in the form of the function x and y. First of all, let's study some remarks. First one is for plane lamina of the area A. Now what do you mean by a plane lamina? In mathematics, a planar lamina or plane lamina is a figure representing a thin, usually uniform, flat layer of the solid. So in this figure, it is shown that this is a plane lamina in the form of a triangle. So it is a figure that is representing a thin layer of the solid, a flat layer of the solid. So for plane lamina of area A with density rho equal to the density that is given in the function of x and y. At some point, let's say P, then the total mass is given by double integration over the area A rho dx dy. We have to double integrate this density, right? And in polar coordinates, if the density is given in the form of r theta at the point r theta, then where r is the radius and theta is the angle, then the total mass is given by double integration over the area A, and here we write rho, but instead of dx dy, we write r d theta, right? And then you have to put the value of rho over here, whatever the value that is given in the question, right? For a solid of volume V, if density rho is equal to f of x, y, z, that is in the form of x, y and z, three variables, at a point x, y, z, then the total mass is given by triple integration over the volume V of rho dx, dy, dz. And now let's move on to the solution. Okay, the given equation of the curve is x over a power 2 by 3 plus y over b power 2 by 3 equal to 1, and the graph of this equation of the curve is this, right? This is the point, let's say, this is your point A having the coordinates A0. Let this distance be A. And this is the point B having the coordinates 0B. And here, this is the distance B from the origin. And then, let's say this is the point A dash having the coordinates negative a, 0. This is negative a. And this is the point B dash having the coordinates 0, negative b. Right? Okay, then from the equation of the curve, let's find out the value of y. You can also find out the value of x, but I am now finding here the value of y as, just take x over a power 2 by 3 to the other side. So this will be 1 minus x over a power 2 by 3 and then whole power 3 by 2 into b. Right? And let's say this is equal to y1. Let's say, right? Okay. Now, because we have to consider the mass only for the first quadrant, so the required mass m is equal to 4 times the mass in the first quadrant. So this is 4 times double integration of, what is the formula for the mass? It is double integration of rho dy dx, right? So these are the 4 quadrants, and we are considering the mass only in the first quadrant. So total mass becomes 4 times the mass in the first quadrant. And now we have to put the limits first, right? Okay, so for that we have to consider a strip. Let's say this is a strip, right? Whenever y variable is in the form of x, then we have to make this strip parallel to y-axis, because here variable y is in the form of the function x. If x is in the form of the function y, we have to make this strip parallel to x-axis. Then for the first quadrant, the limits of x are from 0 to a, right? And the limits of y are from, okay, here y is 0 and here y is equal to y1. So the limits are from 0 to y1. And why I have written dy first? Because I need to write the limits of y in the form of x, right? That is why dy should come first and then dx, right? If you want to use dx dy, then you have to take the value of x instead of y. So the limits are, what are the limits for y? From 0 to y1. Just for the ease, I have written this as y1. And the limits of x are from 0 to a. Fine? Okay. So this is 4 times 0 to a and then 0 to y1. What is the value of density? It is given to be mu x y. The value of density is given to us as mu x y. So writing mu x y here and then dy dx. So mu is constant, x is also constant, because we have to integrate this integrand with respect to y. So mu and x are constant for this integration, for the innermost integral. So this is equal to 4 times 0 to a, yes, mu x. Integration for y is y square over 2 from 0 to y1. So this is equal to, just cancel this 2 with this is 2 mu 0 to a x. Okay, putting the upper limit, this is y1 square minus 0 dx. And now putting the value of y1 over here. So this is equal to 2 mu 0 to a x. Putting the value of y1 over here, and when squaring, I get b square into 1 minus x over a the power 2 by 3 whole power 3 by 2, and then the square. So that will give me cube. Fine. And then here dx. Is it okay? Yes. Now to solve this integration, putting x equal to a sine cube theta, dx will be 3a sine square theta cos of theta d theta, right? When x is equal to 0, I get theta as 0. When x is equal to a, I get sine cube theta equal to 1, then the value for theta will be pi by 2. Okay, putting the values over here now. So this is 2 mu. Limits will be changed now, that is from 0 to pi by 2. And instead of x, writing a sine cube theta, b square. Okay, this is 1 minus, okay. Putting a sine cube theta over here, then a will be cancelled out with this denominator a, right? And then I'm having here sine of cube theta, the power 2 by 3. 3 will be cancelled in the power, so I get sine square theta. And power 3, and dx is 3a sine square theta cos of theta d theta. Alright, so let's take all the constants outside. So this is 2 mu, I'm having a over here and also one more a, so this is a square, taking outside. And then b square, there is no b anymore, so taking b square outside. And then from 0 to pi by 2, alright. Yes, there is also 3, taking 3 outside. Let me write this as 6. And then I'm having sine power 3 theta and sine square theta. So this will be sine power 5 theta. And 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta with power 3. So this is cos power 6 theta and also one more cos theta. So it is cos power 7 theta d theta. And now I'm going to use the reduction formula over here. So this is equal to 6 mu a square b square. Okay. What is the power for sine? It is 5. A very easy way to understand. If the power is 5, just write all the even numbers before 5. That is 4 into 2. Multiply all the even numbers, right? Okay. Power for cos is 7. Just multiply all the even numbers before 7. That is 6, 4, 2. That's it. Okay. And now for the denominator, just write the sum of the powers. That is 7 plus 5, that is 12. And now multiplying all the even numbers before 12. That is 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. This is a very easiest way to understand the reduction formula. Actually, for the reduction formula, we always subtract odd numbers from the power for the numerator. And then for the denominator, we subtract all the even numbers from the sum of the powers. Right? And if the powers are even, then we have to also multiply with pi by 2. But here the powers are odd, so there is no need to multiply with pi by 2. So this is equal to, okay, 6, 6 goes off, 4, 2 to cancel, 4 2s are 8, okay, then 6 2s are 12. So this is mu a square b square over 20. That is a required mass. Thank you.